Hello everyone, we're here at the Hard Rock Summit here in Denver at Allen's Quality Minerals. Today we're going to shoot two very fine specimens of fluorites. These come from two different lines. Now what's quite unique about these two pieces is that these colors are quite uncommon, and especially with these specimens, they're quite intact and also they have a very unique color. Today we're going to shoot them inside the GemLightbox Pro. So the GemLightbox is the world's first smartphone jewelry gemstone and mineral light box, and it's designed to capture true color images and videos on a white background. So to start, we'll start off with this specimen over here. And today we're going to shoot a full rotation on this beautiful specimen. You can see all the browns come out on the crystals. And just like that, we have a beautiful 360 video of the product, as well as the 4 still shots, all in one click. This was done in 15 seconds. So let's go with the second specimen. So now we're going to shoot this separate second specimen. This one over here has very nice deep blue shades of blue and also brown. It's truly multicolor. You can see the blues really come out inside of the machine. We have shades of deep blue on the bottom as well.
Hey guys, so this is a beautiful piece of aquamarine. It's on a matrix with muscovite and alabite. It was hand dug in its home country in the valley of Afghanistan. Here we have a bunch of other native pieces from Pakistan and Afghanistan, and a lot of little beautiful pieces from South Asia. So it's a beryl crystal. It's almost like frozen hydrogen. It gets different inclusions. There's a mica-based matrix that's called muscovite and alabite. And yeah, over in Pakistan, it just has the right kind of precursors and sedimentary layers to grow this pretty frequently.
What you're seeing here is one of the first pieces that Uli Pauli and Glenn Lera from California did in a corporation. It was a series called Visionary Gem Art, where Glenn Lera who's a specialist in faceting of the stone, created all these beautiful facets so that the carvings that are in there are mirrored on or reflected on either side. So that sometimes the carving on one side and the carving on the other side make one whole. And it's very difficult to capture this in a video or even in a photo. And I think you've done a great job.
So I hold here a first piece of visionary gem art that I did with Glendera from San Francisco in 1949, and it gets the theme of a temple that comes out of the rocks of the crystal, and with the reflection on each side, you don't know what the real temple is. Is it illusion? Is it delusion? But we have so many major religions in this world, and everybody claims for him the real one, the only one that is the messenger between God, the invisible world, the higher world, and us. So we kind of provoke this image, and you can turn it whenever you turn it around, you see the temple reflected as if the message of the goddesses are reflected in any religious temple that we go to pray, to get this connection to the higher self.
Hi, I'm Brian Cosner from Mineral Classics, and I'm here to talk to you today about this beautiful wire silver specimen from the Hongda mine in China. Most people are familiar with gold and silver and copper, native elements like that, but most people don't realize that a lot of these minerals are found as crystallized specimens in the ground. Wires are the most common form for silver typically in nature. It's rare in gold and copper, but you will find wire silvers all over the place, whether it's historic localities like Freiburg in Germany or more modern localities like the Hongda mine in China. This particular style of growth is caused by the fact that these wires form out of a mineral called acanthite, which is a silver sulfur salt. And when it's heated, the wires actually sprout out of the acanthite. The silver inside causes them to grow. And if you look at this piece up close, you can see that there's a tiny bit of the remaining acanthite underneath the bottom of the specimen. These wires are beautiful and aesthetic, and while they're delicate, they're still sturdy. And you can see even as I shake the piece, they're not getting ready to fall off or anything. It is the classic example of silver worldwide. Doesn't matter if it's Europe, Asia, South America, even Morocco. Pieces like this exist all over the world. So here we have a gem quality aquamarine crystal from the famous Jaquedo mine in the northern state of Bahia, Brazil. This locality for decades produced some of the finest, transparent, richest colored aquamarine crystals from any locality in the world. The unique forms are hydrothermally etched on the outside, and you can see the graceful etching along with the beautiful, subtle crystal faces. The color, the size, the quality, and obviously that beautiful internal gemminess makes these some of the most desirable aquamarine crystals from anywhere in the world.
This is Colorado quartz. All of it is druzy quartz or hematite and iron included quartz from Colorado. And I am dirt divers mining right over there with my mom. These are it's all quartz from Colorado. There's orange, there's phantom, there's the hematite included, and then the black druzy that we just showed at JCK out in Vegas and everybody loved. So now we're trying to sell it to jewelers. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. That's Colorado quartz. I've never seen it like that though. And I just set up my website. This would be
There we go.
great.
This is perfect timing.
This
eh?
would be great for my website shoots. Oh wow, look at that. That is amazing. Oh my
Intense the
gosh.
color should be.
Well, and I still don't know what some of that stuff is.
This is dinosaur bone, and this part is the marrow. The marrow is the lightest part, which means it would be used by a meat eater, like typically the Allosaurus, and because they needed to be fast to catch their prey. And the big, heavy plant eaters did not have a lot of marrow. They had big bone structures. So this is the agatized gem bone after millions of years, but this is essentially a slice of life from the Jurassic and Cretaceous period.
Pal International here with another wonderful specimen. This is a fluorite we sold today, and the customer was curious to see it in the GemLightbox here. It is from the Denton mine in Illinois, so it's an American treasure. And what I love about it is all these stepped faces, and it's got the barite on the side here. It's just a very sparkly, wonderful piece. And we'll go ahead and put it inside the light box so we can really see it all lit up. It looks already amazing.
Amazing mineral on a completely white background. For this piece, I reckon a 45-degree slow video would look absolutely amazing. And check that out. All the intricate and minute details were able to capture just like that. So in less than 15 seconds, we've captured a brilliant 45-degree video. And here we have our still shots as well. Just like that.
This is Peter Lickberg, the gentleman that discovered these famous butterfly twins.
So it's a golden color butterfly twin from Malmberget mine in Lapland, Sweden. We found them in December 1988 and January 1989. What is interesting, the color is caused by several elements that normally don't color calcite that we don't know about. So there's 1,000 ppm of titanium, manganese, and yttrium, which makes the fluorites pink. and there's also a tiny amount of uranium. And this is the only floater gem quality calcite twin that we found in the pocket that I collected. So it's in fact a very special one.
I'm gonna put it into the black box. That's fantastic.
So this is a Tourmaline from the Himalayan mine. And this mine was very famous for its pink tourmaline. It was abundantly mined in the early 1900s. The queen of China at the time really loved the material, so it was carved, collected to be carved mostly. A few pieces got saved, and then later on in history, after World War II, it was more collected for gem rough and specimens. In the 1980s, it was heavily mined for specimen quality, just like this. This is probably from the 80s production. So yeah, this is what collectors really love, this stuff, is the history and the aesthetics and the color. But yeah, the mine's really famous. I personally really love Southern California minerals, so it's a treat to see really good. Amazing. It's amazing. I love how the light captures everything. It's highlighted. No, you don't need any edits. Like, pretty impressed with the product. Love the rotation. Love how it takes pictures constantly.
This specimen was just found in New York. This is a sphalerite on quartz from Balmont, New York. And they look like little gemstones on matrix. Let's give it a go here. Stick it in just like this.
So I'll show you the zoom in feature actually. So now it's zoomed out. So when you're recording, you have this zoom bar down here. So you can sort of manually zoom in like this.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
It's a very steady sort of zoom.
That's good.
So you can actually see all the details of there and have a little.
That's fabulous. That's wonderful.
That's great. Yeah, it's very cinematic.
Yep.
Hey y'all, I'm Crystal Dinkle with Pinnacle 5 Minerals, and I came over here to try the GemLightbox to see how it would work on a historic piece that I have. It's an old 1970s Nigerian tourmaline. This is a piece that my dad ended up setting for me for my 35th birthday. So it's a really special piece for me, and I wanted to see how the gem was captured in the lightbox, the pictures, and then, you know, whether or not this would be something that would be good for a company. Wow, look at that. That is so crazy. It captures it perfectly, and you're not seeing any difference in the saturation of color either, which I think is really difficult. And a lot of customers have that problem. They want to make sure that what they're seeing in the picture is what they're getting in the product. That is so
See
awesome.
everything. Beautiful.
Very cool. Awesome.
We sell Pyrite cubes. Literally, this is what they look like out of the ground. It is the most famous mine in the world for mineral in the cubic system of crystallization. These specimens are approximately 130 million years old. When we find them, they're completely embedded in the limestone. So what we do, we chisel out the limestone to uncover the specimens. We don't know what they're gonna look, before this process. They're all unique, as you can see in our case. They come in many different forms and shapes. We get from very small, perfect cubes to more complex specimens. The bigger, the more lustrous, the more perfect, the more complex the shape of the specimen, the more valuable they become. So they become, really good for decoration. They have a very artistic look to it, but they're natural. So that's what's really amazing about our specimens.
And we've also got our yellow adjustable light inside to bring out the true color of the pyrite cubes.
Amazing.
Hi, I'm Will Larson with PAL International, and this is Mr. Smurf. It's a kite from the Congo, and my friend has purchased this piece, but we're gonna take a cool video and then we'll airdrop it to him. And of course, what we like about this is just the shape of the piece. It's kind of unique. The color's nice, and I don't know, we thought it looked like a Smurf. Looks great.
Yeah.
It looks really good in there. Yep, all the sides and back. Yeah, great.
Well, this is an exceptional specimen of pink fluorite with quartz from the Alps in France. So this locality is very, very well known for these specimens just because pink is a very uncommon color for fluorite. And as you can see, the size and the quality of the specimen is absolutely exceptional. Even just this one crystal alone would be a world-class specimen. So just to have this entire cluster with the association of smoky quartz is just absolutely incredible. And as you can see, that color is just exceptional. So the reason why these are so prized is because, this pink color, it's very rare in fluorite. You see a lot of blue, a lot of green, but from France, this color is very particular. And what collectors look for is nice, deep pink. And this specimen, displays that perfectly. And of course, in the video, that's demonstrated very well. So this specimen is an excellent vanadinite specimen. And so before the past few decades, most vanadinites came out of, other places outside of Africa. But when they found the ones in Morocco, like this one here, they discovered that these crystals were huge for the species. And since then, Morocco has really become the defining locality for vanadinite. And these crystals, as you can see, are highly lustrous and have this beautiful deep red color. And they are very, very chunky. And of course, it's all presented very nicely on top of this light matrix to offer a little bit of contrast. A 3D video for a piece like this is really
I was
great
gonna
just
say,
because of
this
the
is-
luster.
Yeah, this basically looks like its own ecosystem. almost.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's very sculptural.
Hi, I'm Will Larson with PAL International. I run the mineral department here, and today we have a wonderful tourmaline from Brazil. Most tourmalines don't come in groups. You see a lot of single crystals, so the fact that this is 3 altogether and it's doubly terminated, there is 1 repair, but not a ton of repairs, is quite unique. I mean, that part, and then just the shape. It's kind of a Y, with the one in the middle. So just the shape is very unique. That's why I wanted you to try it, because that specimen is super hard to photograph. Yeah, that's looking good. Now it's starting to look great. Very nice. It looks great. Yeah.
And then
Really captured the colors well.
yeah, and then you also have the 4 images.
Looks pretty great. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, this is Amazonite, and this comes from the famous Crystal Peak district in Colorado. And we've been mining this material for about 30 years. And so I'm always anxious to see how well we can present them to the public. The variation in color, the color is caused by a lead ion that is incorporated in the microcline crystal. So feldspar is microcline, and then the blue-green variety is known as Amazonite. And the feldspar, of course, is extremely common, but those with this blue-green color are rather rare, and so Colorado is very famous for producing the Amazonite. And you can see the white stripes or the white caps on them. That's also microcline, but it doesn't have the lead ion, so it isn't blue. And same thing here, you can see the neon blue, a different blue with a little bit of white. Not all of them, in fact, very few of them have the white caps. I like it already. I like it already.
Yeah.
I like, yes. That's pretty amazing. So that one was more of a green hue. And then this one is a little bluer.
Yeah, money.
So this piece is a brand new find from China. So the blue that you're seeing is azurite and the green is malachite. And this actually formed over fluorite. And this is a brand new find that we haven't seen before. And we're very excited that we have this piece and then we have another bigger one up there as well.
This is very cool.
How's it going, guys? We have another beautiful piece here. This is kind of a combination here of different beautiful minerals. The red is a ruby garnet, comes from Pakistan. It's on a feldspar matrix that you'll see right here. More of the whitish yellow material you'll see everywhere. You'll also see protruding quartz kind of happening in a wide variety of structures here. And then the black inclusions are going to be scroll or black tourmaline. This came from Peshawar, Pakistan, and is currently traveling from booth to booth.
Oh wow! You see the color of this? This is the facet pocket for Blue Appealus. The color is very reminiscent of something you'd see in the Grand Reef mine, a linerite crystal. Let's try this one.
Wow.
Look how beautiful this is.
Hi, this is a double terminated golden calcite from Elmwood, Tennessee. Beautiful piece. Available for sale. What makes it this way? Mother Nature.
Hey guys, my name is Jesse Sansevier, and I have two pieces here from Devil's Head Pegmatite Field in Douglas County, Colorado that I mined earlier this year. They were found in two separate pockets, pegmatite, that contained primarily quartz crystals, smoky quartz, and some had a secondary growth And there was one fluorite in each pocket, and they seem kind of botryoidal with not a lot of etchings, not too much shape to them. They have two different hues. So they're pretty easy to clean, and I'm pretty happy with it. They have a lot of clarity, but the outside is kind of heavily etched. But I think they'll look great in some photos. Oh, that looks great. Love that. Flight's so good.
This is a carving of a dinosaur out of dinosaur bone. This was done by master craftsmen and who have now since retired, and the amount of detail work is amazing. All of these carvings are unique, and I think they're wonderful.
This is an incredibly aesthetic gold from the Eagle's Nest mine, California. Beautifully crystallized. This is game changing. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be doing this like all day, every day. It's like you guys don't know what you've done to me. It's a killer thing. It's so yeah.
Extremely unusual specimen. This is a fluorite of outstanding green, unusual dark green color with inclusions of, not sure what exactly, probably was stibnite, antimony sulfide at some point, and now it's totally replaced or gone. And they are the inclusions, the needles that you see inside of the fluorite. It's from Curlew, Washington. Collected over 30 years ago. It's a beautiful specimen. It was in the K2 mine. This was collected probably about 1989, 1990.
Perfect.
And that's it. Color's outstanding. Color's amazing. That's what makes the piece. Color's pretty darn good. Yeah.
Hello everyone, we're here at Hard Rock Summit in Denver with Bergman Minerals Inc. and we have here two beautiful specimens. So can you tell us a bit about your company and what we have that we're going to photograph today?
Yeah, we sell high-end crystallized mineral specimens. These are all exactly how they come out of the ground. Obviously, cleaning is taking place and whatnot. And today, since you guys are showing me this, we put a Rhodochrosite from the North Schwanning mine in Africa, which was really a one-time find that ranged from the late 70s to 82 of a rare habit of Rhodochrosite, as it had scalhedral crystals, which you'll see in the point that are kind of like this. And most Rhodochrosite comes in rhombohedral crystals that are like squares or rectangles. This is the piece that you filmed. This tourmaline is from the Congo, and this has been a recent production. This is an older one from about 2 years ago. They're incredibly gemmy, and we try and save them from the cutters because they can cut bicolor gemstones out of them because of their gemminess. And the production is still happening, but it's slowed down quite a bit, and it has only been for about 3.5 years that they've been producing this in this deposit. That's the biggest problem with the natural specimens. The production usually does not last. All right, let's see what we got.
This is a botrydal fluorite from India, and this was discovered in 2001. Thereafter, they found similar fluorite in China, where the color was more blue. And these are one of the geological wonders in the mineralogy.
It's rubellite. Rubellite tourmaline is a very nice structure there. We got like 3 nice stems. Wow.
4 shots, still shots.
see
Great.
every single thing for the stone.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great job. Yeah.
Too good.
Hi everyone, I'm with Tama today from Heritage Auctions, and today we've got a very rare collection of minerals behind us, and she's about to tell us what's so unique and exquisite about this special mineral over here that we'll photograph inside the GemLightbox Pro today.
So this is a very, very nice example of a Tanzanite from the Marilani Hills in Tanzania. So as you probably know, Tanzanite gets its name from Tanzania because that is the only country in the world where these are mined. Now Tanzanite's very special because it's clear quartz, which means from the front it has a blue color, and then when you turn it to the side, it turns more purple. And then some Tanzanites that aren't heated actually will show some red and green in the crystal when you put it for a polarized light. And specimens with this quality and size are very, very hard to come by. And this is just one of the many pieces that will be available in our October 4th auction at Heritage Auctions. The nice thing is you can see the purple and the blue that I was talking about, so that shows really well in the video. Cool. A lot of collectors really like to specialize in beryls, and beryls is a family of minerals that consists of well-known varieties such as aquamarine, emerald, even heliodor. But one of the rarest varieties of beryl is the red beryl, and these only come from one place in the world, and that is the Wawa Mountains in Utah. So this particular specimen comes from my own collection, and the color is absolutely incredible. It's very specific, deep magenta red. And as you can see, it starts at this kind of light pink and then deepens into this beautiful dark color. And to have one on matrix like this, and that's growing, almost vertically out, is very hard to find. So this is a very special piece in my collection. This light box has very, very strong lighting, so it really brings out those hues. This is a very large piece for, the species, and to have one in matrix at this color and the size and the luster, it's really exceptional, and I'm very lucky to have it. So this obviously is a sulfur crystal, and this is just consisting of the element sulfur. And as you can see, it has this remarkable neon highlighter yellow color. And these crystals are really big and really chunky, and they have this very sophisticated kind of satiny luster that's not too shiny but not too dull. And this particular specimen comes from Sicily in Italy. So most of the sulfurs you see on the market will be Bolivian or from South America, but the best pieces will always come from Italy. Let's make sure it stays on that base. So I'll put that there and situate it nicely on top. There you go. Wow, the color pops, doesn't it?
This piece speaks for itself. The Sardinian smithsonite, absolutely gorgeous. I think it's a little bigger than we would normally do here, right? How cool is that, though? How cool.